What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and yeah, I'm bringing you another deck profile today. Before I start, just really briefly, I just wanted to thank everyone for being patient with me when it comes to the content on my channel. Yeah, obviously, I've been a little busy. This is my, I don't know if I told you guys about my personal life, but this is my last semester of college, and I also work for a radio station. I had to film an interview with the owner of the Golden Knights today, so that like it kind of popped up out of nowhere. So I was kind of planning on doing some other content yesterday, just didn't work out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to be doing tomorrow a Dragon Link combo step-by-step tutorial, which I think is pretty cool. And then I'll probably be doing another step-by-step the day after for ABC Cyber Dragon. If you guys are interested, if there's something you guys want like me to do more than that, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, also when I'm busy, I'm usually like still like, obviously on my phone. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that, just let me know, and I can get back to you guys pretty quickly, or at least I try to. But enough of that. Let's get into the video today. I'm just gonna start off by showing off the 3 pantheism. It's obviously it came back to 3, and that's where all the inspiration for these videos come in. And if you're seeing this video first, be sure to check out my other gameplay videos, right? You guys will enjoy that. Next, I have 2 ether. I don't run 3. I know that's like the most popular thing, but I think it's fine where it's at 2. I'd rather have 2 of these with more consistency, if that makes sense. I run 3 Eidos and 2 Edia. The only reason I actually do that is because of the Lure of Darkness. I run this at 2. The deck is pretty straightforward, right? It's pretty obvious when I say that, where it's like you're just looking to domain lock your opponent and hope that's enough. It's just there's too many you can't really go outside of the archetype. I guess I did do Eldritch, but there's a lot of cards that go together that make this work. So that's where that comes from. So having draw power is more important than anything. Just getting your domain lock in place, your monarchs are up, and your domain, domain of the true monarchs is like that's it. That's your win con. 3 Erebus, it's great. I mean, you shuffle a card from your opponent's hand if you go first, which is kind of the aim of the deck, or you can shuffle a card and non-target removal. This is a great card. I run 2 Caius, and I don't think I see this card too much in people's Monarch builds, but if it's tribute summoned, which preferably would be a dark monster, you can banish 2 cards on the time. But it is targeting, but still, let's say you target Eldritch, which is obviously pretty popular. You banish that Eldritch, you banish all of the Eldritches in their deck. That's it. They lose the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty crazy. So I'm really a fan of this. Or this goes for the extra deck too. Excuse me. If you target like a Balinx or something, all right, see you later, Balinx. You can't go into it anymore. That basically stops it. This deck can be devastating depending on the deck. I do run the Dazzling Lunar Dragon. Or I think it's called Lunar. Yeah, it's like a Luminous Lunar Dragon. Excuse me. You summon that off of Ether. It's good interaction during your opponent's turn, which domain's not great at, except for a card like Escalation, but we'll get to that in a moment. And I run 2 Vanity's Fiend. I know there's another one that's like a higher level that like only your opponent can special summon, but you're not looking to special summon like really like ever like at all. I guess this is technically like that, but most of the time, if you get this on the field with your domain lock, like just the way modern decks work, your opponent's just like, okay, I go ahead and concede here. The 3 domain of the Monarch, that's a must. Return of the Monarchs is great to get cards to your hand, especially if you have something like a lure, like just in your hand, you can't use it just quite yet. Fantastic card for that. 3 Tenacity of the Monarchs, search whatever you need. And that's why I run 1 Monarch Stormforth. I would say, theoretically, I guess you could get rid of Return of the Monarchs. I know it really helps with your advantage, but I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I don't really think you're looking to play the long game. And I think this is kind of like, oh, the game and all this advantage, but it's really, I mean, you're looking to win your turn in turn 0, right? If you're going first, or your domain you're locking, you're hoping that's enough. So I would be okay with that ratio, personally. 2, the Prime Monarch. That's great tribute fodder. Normally I would run 3, but I've changed it out to include Escalation of the Monarchs here. I think tribute summoning during your opponent's turn, especially if you can do a Caius, or a Vanity's Fiend. It's it. Your opponent's done. The Monarchs Erupt, obviously. Again, this is another card you could take something out, maybe add another one, but 2 seems fine to me. And my liking of Dragonoid Generator is pretty well documented at this point. I think it's the best card you can use in Monarchs. 2 Allures I've mentioned throughout the deck profile here. The 1/1-for-1, that way you can summon your 80th, so I guess it's technically like you have 3, but it's like a little deck thinning third, if you will. And I run 2 Pot of Desires. It's worked for me. Nothing's too important. I mean, you just want to have it in your hand. And a lot of these are searchable, so I think this is an okay ratio. I think you can run Pot of Desires, which is pretty darn powerful considering all the other, draw cards you have in your hand. If you have all these cards and you can't draw anything, that's just bad luck in my opinion. And the cool thing about Monarchs, obviously, it's pretty inexpensive because there's no extra deck. Side deck can be whatever you want. That's up to you guys. I play like locals is kind of my thing. I haven't been to a YCS before, so I would tailor my side deck based off who I usually play at locals. But obviously, I live in Vegas, and locals just still aren't happening. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the deck profile today, guys. I'm just trying to think. I know I'm gonna give you guys the Dark Magician Egyptian God one here pretty soon. That last video was I was pretty happy with what I came out with, so expect that. But only after I do these step-by-step combo tutorials. I love those videos, and you guys have been responding absolutely wonderful to them, and I appreciate that. And once again, guys, before I sign off, I just appreciate everyone's support. We're so close to 200 subs. I never thought this would be possible. It's just been a crazy journey, man. I'm getting chills thinking about it. And I know it may not sound like a lot to you guys, but this is something that means a lot to me. So the fact that you guys have been consistently helping me grow the channel is just one of the best things ever. Other than that, guys, it's going to do it for today, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night.